in New Zealand with no degree, nothing, like absolutely nothing going for me, in a garage. And then within 3 years, I had moved to Manhattan and was making $4.5 million per year. So what I want you to do is just imagine yourself 3 years from now. Picture yourself right now, where you are right now, and then think where you could be in 3 years. Because guys, the rapid transformation that I've made in 3 years, I look around at some people I know and they haven't moved an inch. Nothing's changed for them. And you guys, right now, you have to make the decision that you're going to make a change. Like, how would you like to have the transformation that I've had over the past 3 years in your life and in your business? So just imagine yourself 3 years from now and where you could really be. And guys, it's not just my results. So you might be thinking, well, that's an awesome story, Sam, and an awesome results and everything, but you might have just fluked it. Or how do I know this will work for me? And it's not just my results. I have helped hundreds of others. So I'm going to share some quick stories. Here's Joshua Harris. He started working with me when he was making $4,000 a month. Now he's making $25,000 a month. Here's Paul Ryan. Paul was working as a government contractor, full-time job, making $45,000 a year, and now he makes $50,000 a month. How would you like to go from, making $45,000 a year to making $50,000 a month? And here's Courtney Martin. She started working with me. She had a 9-to-5 job, making about $50,000 a year, and within the first 90 days of working with me, Courtney made $120,000, and then she had to turn her marketing off because she had too many clients. Here's Dave Rogenmoser. He quit corporate America, started with me and started his own consulting business, and he made his first $100,000 in 90 days. And here's Jake Engelhorn, who went from making $5,000 a month to $88,000 a month. And guys, $88,000 a month is over $1 million a year. So here is just one of the people that I've helped actually become a millionaire. And I literally have hundreds of others all over the world who have learned my system and my process for creating a consulting business. And that is exactly what I'm going to share with you today. So it's not just my results, it's hundreds of others from all around the world too. So why consulting? You're probably thinking these are awesome results, but how the hell do you make that much money with a consulting business? I thought consultants were just guys who wore suits and ties and got paid per hour. Well, right now I'm going to show you why I think, starting a consulting business is the best thing to start. And the best way I can describe it is with a story from John Lennon from the Beatles. So one day John Lennon's wife was looking at their yard and mentioned that she wanted a swimming pool. And John said, okay, let's get one. And when John's wife responded asking, well, how are we going to do that? John said, I'll write us one. And why having a viable consulting offer is one of the most valuable assets that you can have, because it means that you will never go hungry. So just like John Lennon had writing songs, you can have consulting as your way to get anything that you want in life. And where others obtain things through a lifetime of savings and frugality, you can obtain things by getting a few consulting clients. And you can finally stop worrying about where your next check is going to come from. So why consulting? Well, with a consulting business, you can get started, boom, immediately with just a cell phone and a laptop. There's no need to build a product or spend 5+ years building up goodwill or word of mouth. If you wanted to start a traditional business like a Subway franchise, you've got to lease a building, you've got to pay all of these people, you've got to spend probably $500,000 or more before you even get started. Well, with a consulting business, you can get started, boom, immediately. And you have high profit margins and plenty of cash flow from day one. So in a traditional business, if you make $100, most of the time you have to give away 80 of that in expenses, and you only get to keep 20. Well, in my consulting business, I make 95% profit margins, which means that if I make $100, I keep 95 of it. So in consulting, you've got high profit margins and plenty of cash flow from day one. Also, consulting is a massive confidence booster. So when you're getting started in entrepreneurship and you've tried some different things and you've been spinning your tires and you haven't gained traction, sometimes you just need to get a quick win. So just like my window tinting business, sometimes you just need to get that one sale, get that check, and it gives you a massive confidence boost so that you can keep going forward. And consulting can give you that very quickly. And you can also get started right now with the skills that you already have. So I'm going to show you today how you can start a consulting business with what you already know. I'm not going to tell you to go out and do an MBA or read 100 books or anything like that. You can get started today using the skills that you already have. And with a consulting business, you have a ton of freedom. You can work from anywhere in the world on your own time and have total freedom. So I control my own schedule and I can run my business from anywhere in the world, and it's not going to affect my income by $1. And this is the business that you can put your name to and be proud of. So I see a lot of entrepreneurs start these sketchy businesses like selling dog tags on Amazon, or exploiting some SEO loophole that's not going to be here in about 6 months. They're kind of running these sketchy businesses, and if your friends asked you, hey, what do you do? And you're kind of saying, well, I sell dog tags on Amazon. You're not very proud of that. And I find that in business, what's more important than the money is actually being real proud of what you do. Something that you can build a name around, be proud of it, really want to get out of bed every day and work towards it. And a consulting business is that. Everything is above board, everything's legitimate, everything's going to last for life, and you can really put your name to it and be proud of it. Now you might be thinking, but what if I'm not cut out for consulting? Like, I don't think I'm a consultant, or I've seen consultants, I don't really think I'm one of them. Well, let me shatter the misconceptions that most people have about consulting right now. So to be a consultant, you need to have a college degree and fancy credentials. That is just not true. I showed you how I started my consulting business out of my parents' garage with no money, no college degree, nothing. I had the complete anti-credentials. I had zero. And to be a consultant, you need to have a fancy office and staff. Well, I showed you how I started my business out of a garage in New Zealand. You cannot get any less fancy than that, let me tell you. And consultants charge time for money. Some consultants do that. I'm fully against it. I'm going to show you in this webinar today how to escape the deadly time trade for money, and how you can price your services based on value instead of the hours you put in, because you're never going to make $1 million a year trading your time, and I'm fully against that stuff. And consultants need to meet clients in person and give complicated advice. Well, that's not true either. All of my clients and I, we communicate via email and Skype and the telephone. I never meet any of my clients in person unless I want to, and I can, like I said, I've got total time freedom, total location freedom to do whatever I want, whenever I want. And these are some misconceptions that people have about consulting, and guys, they are wrong. And in this webinar today, I'm going to show you how to build your own consulting business the way you want it. So there are only 3 things that you need to have a 7-figure consulting business. So like I said, a lot of people out there are telling you to do all of these things, like blogging, SEO, you need to be on Facebook, Periscope, Twitter, Pinterest, you need to do all of this stuff. And the truth is if you do all of that stuff, you're just going to get a huge to-do list, you're never going to make any money, and just going to get burnt out. I tried that, it didn't work for me, and then everything changed for me when I just focused on 3 key things. And these three key things are, number 1, a niche and an offer. So you've got to have a niche, and you've got to have an offer. An offer is what you're going to, be pitching to these people in that niche. That's number 1. Number 2 is you need a marketing system to generate appointments. So once you've got your niche selected and your offer, you need a way to generate appointments so that you can talk to prospects and offer them what you have. And then finally, number 3, you need a sales process to convert appointments into clients. And if you just have these 3 things, and if you only focus on these 3 things, you have everything that you need to start making 6 figures, high 6 figures, even 7 figures really quickly. And I'm going to show you how to master these 3 things starting today in this webinar. So step 1, your niche and offer. So picking your niche. Why pick a niche? Well, specialists earn more money, they get more respect, and they have more fun. And the best way I can describe this is with the example of the general practitioner versus the brain surgeon. So, the general practitioner doctor, the one that sits in a very small office and they see like 100 patients a day for 15 minutes and they just diagnose them with the flu or whatever. And, those guys have to work hard. They don't get much respect. They're generalists. They sit in a dingy office and they don't get paid that much. But then on the other hand, we've got the specialist, the brain surgeon. Now, the brain surgeon only has to perform like 2 surgeries a week, and they do it in a very nice environment on their own time, and then they get a whole bunch more respect. Like, they're seen as authorities, and they're respected. And more than that, they get rewarded about 15 to sometimes even 100 times more in terms of financial pay. So my point here is that you need to be a specialist. You don't want to be a generalist. The quickest way to failure and mediocrity in business is to be a generalist. You want to be a specialist and you want to pick a niche. So your marketing is more powerful, conversations are more meaningful, and it's much easier to get clients when you know exactly who you should be talking to. And it's hard to be the best in the world at a range of things, but it is surprisingly easy to be the best in the world at something specific. So if you're trying to be an expert at all of these different things, it's never going to work and you're never going to be able to be competitive. But when you narrow it down and you focus on one thing, it's surprising how quickly you can get good at it. The big money in consulting is when you become the king of the mountain. And you need to define your mountain, climb to the top of it, and then defend it. And what I mean by this is you need to really define what your mountain is. So what is your niche? You might help personal trainers get more clients, or you might help dentists get more clients, or you might help women over 40 lose weight. Whatever it is that you do, you want to pick one thing and just focus on it and stop being a generalist and really become a specialist. And this is what I mean by defining your mountain and owning it. And when you become the king of your mountain, people will come to you instead of you chasing them. And generalist consultants are no longer your competition, and they do not stand a chance. So if you're a consultant and your mountain is helping personal trainers get clients, and then another person just helps people get clients in general, if the personal trainer meets with both people, who do you think he's going to choose? He's going to choose the specialist every day of the week, and not only that, he's going to be willing to pay the specialist 3, 4, 5, sometimes 10 times more than the generalist. So also, when you become the king of your mountain, prospects literally beg you to work with them at any price, and you get to pick and choose. And you get to advise instead of do and charge much higher prices. So let's define your mountain right now. I've explained why it's important. You now know why it's important, so let's get it done. Now, the best way I have to really figure out what your niche and what your area of expertise is with these 3 things. So what I want you to do right now is start thinking about the skills that you have. So in your lifetime or your career or in your business, whatever, what skills have you acquired that you're good at? Write them down. The second one, the industries that you know. So think about your history, like what industries do you really know a lot about? Well, you may have read a lot of books about an industry, you may have worked in an industry, make a little list. And then finally, the market's needs and desires. So for those industries, what keeps those guys up at night? What are the problems that they face on a day-to-day basis? What are their fears and desires? What makes them tick? What I want you to do is just kind of, jot down a few ideas on these different things. And then the perfect overlap of these 3 is where your sweet spot is going to be. This is the bullseye. This is where you are most potent and valuable to the marketplace. And this is where you want to carve out a niche for yourself and define your mountain and own it. Now, once you've done that, here's some tips to research your market's problems, needs, and desires. So back here I said, the marketplace's needs and desires. Well, once you know your industry and what skills you offer, the next step is to look at the problems, pains, and desires of the market. And to do this, you need to do some quick research to be able to accurately write a day in your prospect's diary. And there is an exercise which I like to complete for researching any niche, and let's take a look at it right now. So I can literally enter any niche and become an expert at it and start getting clients in it almost overnight. And I'm going to teach you how to have that same skill, because once you have that skill in your belt, you're never ever going to go hungry. You're going to be able to carve your own way and write your own check. So where do you get this information from? Well, you start by identifying the top 10 blogs in your niche. And to do this, you can use buzzsumo.com. It's an awesome website. If you go there, you can type in personal training or plumbing or financial services or whatever it is that your niche is. You can type in that keyword and it will tell you what the top 10 blogs are. So find out what those are. And then what are the most popular posts on those blogs? Sort by popularity. What posts are getting shared the most, liked the most, and commented on the most? This is going to be a giveaway, guys, as to what the market's interested in. It's going to give you an idea of the things that they like and the things that they hate. And you need to understand that to really be able to do good marketing in your niche. Now go to the comments section of these posts and look at what people are saying. What are what are people saying in the comments? And who are the top 10 influencers in the niche? Who are the gurus or the thought leaders or, the influencers in the niche? Find out who they are, follow them, and then look at what they're posting and look at what they're saying. This is going to give you terrific insight into your niche and what makes them tick. And then you can go to Amazon, search for your niche, and then look at the top 10 most popular books in that niche. And you can grab those, start reading them, and you can see what people are saying in the books too. And just doing this alone will put you light years ahead of most consultants in the industry. Like I said, most consultants are generalists. Most consultants don't have a niche or a clearly defined mountain. With just this exercise alone, you can do that. So by doing this alone, we have selected a niche for you. Now, I know we've been going through this content fast, but, it can take you a bit longer to really pick your niche. It can take you up to about an hour or whatever. But we've shown you how to select a niche. We've discovered the niche's pains and desires. We know what makes them tick. And we have learned about the niche, and we can now speak their language. And right now, like I said, we are already light years ahead of most consultants. Now, the next step is to define what you do and who you help as a consultant. And most people screw this up royally. So if you ask most consultants what they do, they're like, well, I help businesses make more money. I help businesses with marketing. It's such a general response, and it's almost stuttered, and it doesn't come out right, and it's embarrassing. If you can't clearly articulate and define what it is that you do and who you help, it's a surefire sign that your consulting business has problems and that it's going to fall over within the next sort of 6 to 12 months. You can take my word on that. So how do we fix it? Well, this is my formula that I use. It's very simple. It is I help blank to blank by blank. And what we do is we plug in these things. So I help niche to solve problem / get result by what service you offer. So you could say, I help personal trainers get more clients through Instagram marketing, if that's what your skill set is. You could say, I help women over 40 lose weight through Pilates. You could say, I help business owners in tax arrears to get out of tax arrears through smart marketing and tax negotiation or whatever. So whatever your skill set is, when we defined your niche and your expertise and everything, now you can plug it into this sentence to get a crystal clear way to define what you do. And now that you have this, now you can construct awesome marketing messages. Now you can truly tell people when they ask you, what do? You can tell them clearly and concisely exactly what it is that you do. So a quick recap on our session so far. So I showed you why right now is the absolute perfect time to start your own consulting business. I also showed you why having a consulting offer is one of the most valuable assets that you can have because it means that you will never go hungry. I also showed you the misconceptions that most people have about consulting and why you can start your own consulting business right now using the skills that you already have. I also showed you how to pick your ideal niche, how to define your mountain, and how to define clearly what you do and who you help as a consultant. So how's this session been going so far? Just let me know in the comments. Let me know if you've been enjoying it. Awesome. All right. Lots of people been enjoying it. Cool. Well, now let's move on to my favorite thing to talk about, and this is how to get your first few high-value consulting clients. And this is the thing that I am one of the best in the world at. When it comes to getting clients, I am an expert at it, and what I'm going to show you is the exact process that I use right now to get clients and what all of my clients use to get clients. So what I'm about to share with you is the same strategy that my clients and I use to pick up 5, 10, 20 new clients per month. And here is our process from start to finish. So we start off with a Facebook ad, and then people click on the Facebook ad and they come to a landing page. And then they opt in, they enter their email address on the landing page, and then we show them a quick value video where we train them for about 10, 15 minutes, and then we ask them to complete a survey. They complete the survey, then they're able to schedule a call with us into our calendar, and then we get on the phone with them and talk to them, and then they become clients. So this is a quick overview of the process, steps 1 all the way through to 6. This is the only thing that you need in your consulting business to start getting clients and make money. And right now I'm going to walk you through each one of these steps in detail. So the number one, Facebook ad. So right now, Facebook is the number one place to get clients for your consulting business. I am making a fortune off of Facebook. All of my clients are too. And if you're not using it to get clients, you're really leaving a ton of money on the table, and you need to fix that. So there has never been an easier time to target that perfect client online and for so little. So step one in creating an awesome Facebook ad is the targeting. And right now we're blessed with such amazing targeting features in Facebook. So let's say I wanted to target plumbers in America. I could select United States plumbing and then also business owners. And then over on the right hand side here, you can see that we've got a potential reach of 57,000 people. Now we can run ads to these guys, they're going to see it, and we can start to get appointments. So like I said, we need to have a niche. Without a niche, you can't target anyone. I mean, who are you going to target? Everyone who owns a business in America? Good luck with that. You need a niche. And we're going to take what your niche was, plug it in here, find the targeting. The next step is to create the ad. And to do that, you just want an ad very simple. So you could say, are you a plumbing business owner looking for help attracting new customers? And then you can go to Google Images and just search for plumbing images and find one that looks good. And boom, you've got an ad, you've got your copy, and now you've got your targeting set up and you've got your ad set up. And with Facebook right now, we are paying about $1 per click. So every time someone clicks on our ad, we pay Facebook $1. And I'm going to show you why that number is really important soon as I keep going through this process. So step number 2 is a landing page. Now, a landing page is a web page that asks people for their email address in exchange for some content. And we can build these within minutes. I'm not kidding. You can build your landing page within like 4 or 5 minutes, and you don't need any tech skills at all. You don't need to know how to code or anything. And we convert visitors to opt-ins at a rate of 33%. Now, what this means is that when people come to our landing page, if 100 people come to the page, 33 people will actually enter in their email address. And here's a sample page. We could say exclusive free training for plumbing business owners, how to attract 20 new hot water cylinder repair customers every month, and exclusive free training, enter your email address to get the training. So very simple to set up, and once people come to this page, they enter their email address and then we show them the training. So like I said, with our landing page, we get a 33% conversion rate, which means that we get leads for $3 each. So every email address we get costs us about $3. Now the next step in our funnel is to have a value video. Number 3. Now, a value video is a 5-minute to 15-minute video where we provide value to our prospect in the form of training. So we look at what the problem is for your niche. If your niche is plumbers and their problem is getting more hot water cylinder clients, we can figure out how to get more hot water cylinder clients, and then we can create a quick little training, 5 or 10 minutes, and we can record it just using PowerPoint and screen recording software on your computer in less than an hour. You don't need to get in front of a camera or use any fancy gear or anything. Guys, you can do this stuff quickly, and it's very low tech. And once you've got that recorded, what you want to do is you want to start by talking about the problem. You want to say, hey, are you a plumbing business owner that's really struggling to get these hot water cylinder jobs? Then talk about the solution. You can say, here's a proven way to get more hot water cylinder clients. And then at the end, ask your prospect to reach out if they would like to learn more. So this is where most people go wrong online. I see everyone out there and they're trying to close the sale automatically online. They're trying to make people go to a shopping cart, enter in their credit card and buy and do everything without ever talking to a person. And guys, that is possible, but you need to spend so much money and it takes so much time to figure that stuff out and get it right. And the truth is that most people will run out of money and run out of patience before they get it right. I've seen people waste 10 years and hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to get that right. But with consulting, we move the conversation offline. So we target people online with Facebook, we get them to enter their email address, we show them a training, and then we say, if you would like to learn more, then just reach out and let's talk. And what happens is that 10% of people who opt in for the video will take you up on your offer and schedule a call with you. So here's what the training video looks like. We just want to have how to attract 20 new hot water cylinder clients, hot water cylinder repair customers every single month. We have a quick 5 to 15 minute video there, and then there's a button below that says schedule your free strategy session now. And 10% of the people who view this video will take us up on a strategy session. Now, remember we were paying $3 per a lead, which means that we're paying $3 per person to view our video. And that brings us through to the next point, which is the survey. So we get our prospects to complete a simple survey so that we can figure out if they are a good fit for working with us or not. We don't want to get on the phone with just anybody. We want to make sure that these prospects are worth our time and have the potential to become clients. So the last thing I want you to do is start getting on the phone with all of these tire kickers and start wasting your time. I am not for that at all, and that's why we have the survey. So we get people to complete a survey first, and then we review their survey, and if we think that they're worth our time, we then accept them, and then we have a call with them. And in this survey, we want to ask some basic questions like, what's the size of your business? How much money are you making? Or how many staff do you have? What's the biggest problem that you have right now? And how committed are you to fixing this problem and working with us? And if the survey looks really good, we will then talk to them on the phone. If the survey doesn't look very good, we will just reject it and we will never talk to them because we don't want to waste our time. And here's a quick sample of, some survey questions you could have. So your current monthly revenue for the business, what is your target monthly revenue, what is your monthly marketing and advertising budget, and what do you feel is your biggest obstacle to hitting your monthly revenue? Now, the survey, we get, like I said, we get 10% of people who view the video to schedule a call. So what this means is that we get applications for $30 each. So remember we started back with the $1 click, then the $3 leads, $3 video views, and then if 10% convert into a survey, that means we're paying $30 per survey, which means $30 we're paying in order for someone to apply to work with us. And I'm going to show you why these numbers are really important soon. Now the next step in this funnel is step 5, which is the calendar. So once they've completed the survey, we want them to schedule a time with us to speak. And we can use a custom scheduling software tool so that our prospects can see our current availability and schedule a time with us right away without any communication. I'm sure you've tried to schedule a time with someone before, and it's so much going back and forth, it's really stressful, and there's a lot of friction. Well, there's a special software tool that I use so that we can get our prospects to schedule with us online really easily, and it's connected to our Google Calendar, so it's always reflecting our true availability. And this makes it way easier for our prospects to schedule time with us, and it saves us a ton of time. It's just an all-round win-win. And here's the page that I use. So once someone's completed the survey, they come to this page which says schedule your breakthrough session with Sam Ovens now. And they can select a date and they can select a time, and then that'll go into their calendar, it'll go into my calendar, and then I show up at that time and we have a conversation. And we are paying $30 per call, or essentially $30 per conversation with our prospective clients. And that brings us to the last step of the process, which is the call. So this is when we get on Skype or we get on the phone and we talk to our prospect and we figure out what their problem is and we see if we can help, and then we make them an offer. And the call. Every day, prospects in our chosen niche schedule appointments with us. And then we get on the phone or Skype and we talk to them for 30 minutes to 40 minutes to determine whether we can help. And we follow a proven process and script for conducting these calls. And at the end, we make the prospect an offer to work with us and become a client. And what happens when you follow my proven process and when you follow my script, 25% of the people you will talk to on the phone will sign up and become paying clients. So this is a 1 in 4 conversion. And what that means is that we're paying $120 to acquire a customer. So I remember how I said all these numbers are important? Well, we're paying $1 a click, $3 per lead, we're paying $30 per call, and then we're paying $120 to acquire a customer. So guys, let's do the math. $1 a click, $3 per lead, $30 per call, that's $120 to get a customer. I mean, how would you like to pay $120 to acquire a $2,000 a month customer? Over the course of 1 year, that's 12 months, that's 24 grand. How would you like to pay $120 to make 24,000? Now, I know that sounds like an exaggeration, but this is what I am doing every day, and this is what my clients are doing every day. And that's why the results and success in my consulting business are so predictable. I know that every day I'm going to make money, and everything in my business runs like clockwork. I know down to the dollar and day how everything's going to work. I don't have any hope marketing or random acts of marketing, which is what most business owners do. You know, most business owners, they use hope marketing, which is sitting at your computer just hoping someone's going to find you or someone's going to give you a referral. Guys, that doesn't work. If you're using hope marketing, within the next 12 months, you're going to be wiped out. And this needs to be a rude awakening and a wake-up call to you right now that things need to change. Because, guys, if you do not have a way to pay money to acquire a customer, you do not have a business. All you have is a very expensive and time-consuming hobby. This was a major breakthrough for me. You need to have a system where you can pay money to acquire a customer. If you don't, your whole business is just one big guess, and eventually it's going to fall over and collapse. So when you execute this correctly, the end result is that you'll have 5, 10, 20, even 30 new clients reaching out to you every single month asking you for help. And then you can just cherry pick and choose the best ones that you want to work with. And just imagine it for yourself. Every day new clients reaching out. Every day people completing your forms, requesting to talk to you, and then you getting on the phone and talking to them and closing business. You know, you growing your consulting business and finally being financially and location free. So how well does this work? Well, guys, if I want to sell consulting packages, I can make my calendar look like this in a heartbeat. So if I want more clients, I turn on my appointment generating system, which I showed you, and boom, within a couple of days, my calendar is packed. And I don't need to do this. It's just, if I want to get more clients, I'll really fill up my calendar and it'll just go woof like this. And I can make 36 grand a day if I go hard. But some days, you know, I just want to chill out and I'm happy with the revenue I'm already getting. And guys, it's just on demand. Like, you can have a system where you can fill up your calendar and have calls with people. Like, how would you like to be able to do that? How would you like total predictability in your business where you could just make money on demand? Well, that's what this system allows you to do. Every single day, 10 to 15 people reach out to work with me. I cherry pick the top 5. So I reject the bottom 10 people. I'm getting 15 appointments a day. I say no to 10 of them, and I only talk to 5, and then about 3 people become clients of mine every single day. Yes, every single day I get new clients, and not a single day goes by where I don't make at least $10,000 to $15,000. And the beauty of it is that 95% of it I get to keep. So if I make 100 grand, 95 of it is left in my bank account, and that's all that matters, guys. There's a lot of people on the internet that puff their chest out and they're like, I make 100 grand a year and all of this, but let me tell you what, they don't keep that. And it doesn't matter how much that you make, all that matters is how much you keep. And out of every $1 million I make, 950,000 of it remains in my checking account, and that's the difference. So now let's talk about pricing your services. Now, the secret to pricing your services is to forget about what it costs you. So the wrong thing to do is look at your service that you're going to offer to your niche and think, well, it's only going to take me an hour, so I should only charge $100 for it. Wrong way to do it. Forget about how much time it takes you. Forget about how much it costs. And you want to focus on what it is worth for your prospect to have their problem solved. So if your prospect is is a personal trainer and they need more clients, and having more clients is going to save their business, and if having more clients is going to make them, 50 grand a year or 100 grand a year, how much money do you think that's worth to them? It's not just worth $100, it is worth thousands. So you really want to focus on solving problems for your niche that are painful and that are important, because when a problem is painful and important, people are willing to pay more to solve it. And when you choose your niche and your problem that you solve correctly, you should be able to charge anywhere from $3,000 to $30,000 per client. No joke. And you want to focus on working with clients over a long period of time, say 12 months. And you can charge easily $2,000 a month for your services, which is $24,000 a month. Every single client who works with me, I help them put together a package that's at least $2,000 a month, which means that if you're making $24,000 a year per client, you only need 4 clients to make $100,000. 4 clients to make $100,000. No kidding. And with that predictable system I showed you to getting appointments and clients, you can do that easily. I can get 4 clients today. So let's do some math again. When you execute this correctly, you should get at least 3 to 4 new clients per month every single month. And at $2,000 a month, that's $6,000 to $8,000 in new monthly recurring revenue each month. And over the course of 1 year, that's $72,000 to $96,000 per year with just 3 to 4 new clients. So if you just get 3 to 4 new clients, you're going to make $100,000 a year. And when you run your consulting business set up the right way, like the way I show you how to do it, it is effortless to attract at least 3 to 4 new clients and produce $100,000 a year. Like I said, when people work with me, I get them to $100,000 a year fast and with total predictability. No guesswork, nothing. We follow a precise plan and we get them to $100,000 a year real quick. And then we focus on getting to $1 million. Now, guys, right now, in this moment in this presentation, you basically have 2 options. So option number 1 is that you can go at this alone. You can take all the notes that you've taken so far and you can go at starting your own consulting business alone and spend tens of thousands of dollars, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, figuring this stuff out on your own, getting frustrated and wasting 3 to 10 years of your life. So that is option number 1. Or option number 2 is to learn the proven system from somebody who has not just done it, but actually mastered it and is the best in the world at it. So right now, you can start your own consulting business the hard way with years of guesswork and tens of thousands of dollars in wasted money, or you can learn it directly from me with total predictability. So those are the 2 options. And right now, I want to introduce to you the Consulting Accelerator. And what the Consulting Accelerator is it shows you how to start a wildly profitable 6-figure consulting business and get your first high-value client in just 42 days' time. It's designed for speed. It's designed to get you clients and make money quick. And it's a 6-week online course that goes into everything in details, everything that you need to know step by step. This is an implementation plan. So you just follow the instructions, you check all the boxes, you get this done, you get clients, and you've got a viable consulting business. And it's provided in the form of recorded videos, templates, and swipe files so that you can shortcut your success by years and get what's working right now. So I'm literally giving you what is working for me right now and installing it in your business so you can just go woof, right away to having everything dialed in. And you can log in to access the content anytime from anywhere in the world, and total freedom with how you complete the course. And in the program, here's what we cover. So here's a quick overview. In the very first week, we get your niche and offer dialed in. So like I said, most consultants screw this up. We get it mastered in week 1. Week 2, I show you exactly how to conduct the consultation. So I remember how I said there's a proven process and a script to doing the consultation. Well, I give you my exact script and training on how to do it. Week 3, I give you 3 fast ways to get clients organically. So how to get clients right now without even spending money on ads. So you don't need to have money to spend on Facebook ads. I show you quick fire ways to get started right now with no ad spend. Week 4, setting up your appointment generating machine. So remember I showed you my process for getting clients with total predictability. I literally give you my machine to get appointments. Week 5, creating successful Facebook campaigns. I show you step by step exactly how to start successful Facebook campaigns. And then week 6 is all about scaling to 6 figures and beyond and really throwing some jet fuel on the success that you've got together. So week 1, in a bit more detail, I show you how to pick the most profitable market for your services and the most profitable segment of that market. And I also show you how to package, price, and position your services so that you can get the best price and sell to your clients with ease. and how to get paid at least $2,000 per month by packing together what you already know. And guys, most people spend 3+ years on this and they still get it wrong. This is the foundation of your consulting business, and it is fatal if you don't get it right. So if you go at this alone and you try and pick your own niche and get your own pricing and everything right, you are going to mess it up, and it will take you, 3 or more years to really get it dialed in and working. But in this program, we get it mastered within the first 7 days. So most people who join my program, they have no idea about their niche or their offer or anything. I get them crystal clear on that within 7 days. So week 2, mastering the consultation. So how to conduct the perfect consultation so that you convert your calls at 25% right out of the gates. So if you go at this alone, you take 10 calls, probably none of them are going to buy. I show you my proven way to do these calls. Out of 10 people, two of them, 3 of them are going to buy. And I have done over 1,500 consultations. No kidding, full 40-minute consultations. I've done over 1,500 of them. And I have truly mastered this. And I have refined it to a methodology and a script. So I give you my actual script and full training on how to do the calls. So you can just follow my script. You can follow my training, and you know that you're going to be doing it right off the bat. And I even give you recorded calls that I've done to show you exactly how to do these like a master. And I don't know anyone else out there in the industry who has recorded their calls and then provided it to their students and their clients. I want to show you not only the scripts that I use, not only training on how to use it, but I want to give you actual examples of calls too, so that you can really master this. And I also show you how to accept credit cards online and via the phone. So you're going to start making money right away with this, because we're going to get you on the phone with potential clients. They're going to start signing up and they're going to want to know how to pay you. So I show you how to accept credit cards online, and I get you set up with your own account within just 2 days. So a lot of, to get a merchant account, you need to have a good credit rating, and you need to have a track record and all of this stuff, and it takes months. But I am going to give you exclusive access to a merchant that I use. They've given me permission to give all of my students access to this. So within 1 day, you can be set up to collect credit cards. Every credit card there is, you'll be able to accept it, and it doesn't matter what your credit is or anything like that. I can get you a merchant account within the day. And guys, if you mess this part up, you'll generate appointments. You'll be generating appointments, and then you'll be getting on the phone with them, and you won't be getting clients because you'll be screwing it up. And you'll literally leave tens of thousands of dollars on the table. Because if someone is a good prospect, but you conduct the call the wrong way and they don't buy, that's just like you leaving money on the table. It is no different. So you can't screw this up. And I train you to be at the top of your game and to be a real master at this, and close at 25% within 14 days. So after you start this training with me, within 14 days, we've already got your niche, we've got your offer, and we've got you mastering this consultation. Then in week 3, I show you 3 fast ways to get clients organically. So I give you 3 proven methods for getting high-paying clients as quickly as possible without spending a single dime on advertising. I want you to get your first few clients within the first 30 days. Like I said, I want you to be getting clients and making money within 30 days. This isn't something that takes a long time to build. And I want you to be able to get started without Facebook, first of all. So I give you 3 fast ways to get clients, so even if you don't have any ad spend or anything. So method 1 is direct mail. I give you a proven template which I use and to send out to business owners, which works like magic. It's going to save you a ton of time. Method 2 is direct outreach email. I give you proven email templates to send out. And method 3 is organic Facebook posts. So I show you proven templates and examples of posts that you can write on Facebook which are proven to get clients. So most people take 6 months to 1 year before they land their first paying client. We get you rocking within your first 21 days of starting this program without spending a dime on advertising. And then week 4, we set up your appointment generating machine. And here I give you full step-by-step training on how to set up your own proven appointment generating machine. I give you templates of all the landing pages so that you just upload them with a few clicks. You don't need to know how to code or anything. I give you my templates, you go and upload them, and you just change the wording around, and you are live with the proven thing that is working right now. I also give you my script and slides for creating the value video. I've tried like 30 different ways to create the value video and I've tested them all, and I just hand you on a silver platter the best way to construct your value video so that right out of the gates you've got this thing working. And you just swap out my information with your information, and you get to model off of me, and you get to model off what is currently working right now. And I give you access to all the software required to set this up so that it works just like mine. It'll be identical to mine, and it will be working for you in your niche for your offer. And to build this yourself would honestly take over 300 hours. Like if you went out to build this appointment generating machine I have, I am not kidding you, it'll take you 300 hours or more. And if you go to other people, they're going to probably charge you 50 grand or more. But in this training program, I hand it all to you on a silver platter, and we get you up and running within the first 28 days. I give you the templates, you just upload them, and boom, you are live. Within 28 days, we've got your niche, we've taught you how to sell, we've got you clients through our organic methods, and now we've got your appointment generating machine set up and online. And now in week 5, I show you how to create successful Facebook campaigns. So once you've got your appointment generating machine live, it's time to start driving some traffic through it and really start scaling your consulting business and taking it to the next level. And I give you full step-by-step training on how to set up your own wildly successful Facebook campaign to get $30 appointments and $100 clients right out of the gate. And I give you proven templates for ads. I show you exactly how to do them. I give you instructions on how to set up your targeting, pitfalls to watch out for, and training on how to manage everything day to day. It is literally step by step a proven implementation plan to set up a successful Facebook campaign. And guys, I've spent over 750 grand on Facebook ads. So when you spend that much money on Facebook ads, you get good, and you know what works and what doesn't work. And I've also spent over $230,000 learning from the world's best Facebook marketers, and in this module, I literally boil down everything I have learned, and I hand it to you on a silver platter, a proven implementation plan. I hunted out the best people in the world at Facebook. I flew to their home, and I just wanted to become a sponge and learn everything that they knew. And I really know this. I'm one of the best in the world at it, and I just give you what is working right now. This training alone, just this Facebook part, you could sell it for like 10, 15 grand, but I give it to you all within this program. And most people try Facebook on their own, and they spend 6 months and tens of thousands of dollars trying to get it right before giving up with a pile of debt and frustration. We get it dialed in within 5 weeks of working together. We don't waste any money. We make sure it's working right away. And then finally, week 6, scaling to 6 figures and beyond. And here in week 6, we already have you set up and making money, and now it's time to scale things up to the next level. And I give you here all of the legals that you need to run your own consulting business. So to run your own consulting business, you're going to need contracts and proposals and terms and conditions and things like that. Well, what I did is I went to an attorney here in America, and I got them to create contracts and legals for all of my clients. And it cost me $5,000 to get all of this done, and now I give it to all of you in this training program. So you don't have to go out to any attorneys or anything. You can just use these contracts that I've got drawn up, and they will work for you immediately, which will save you more than 5 grand. I'll also show you how to position yourself as an expert in your industry and command high prices. So most people go at it alone and they start pricing their services at $50 or $100. I show you how to charge 2 grand a month right off the bat. And I show you how to hire other people to do your strategy session calls so that you can really turn up the volume and get to high 6 figures, even 7 figures real quick. So let's take a look at that timeline. In week 1, we get your niche and offer dialed in. Week 2, we've got you mastering the consultation. Week 3, we give you 3 ways to start getting clients organically without spending a dime on advertising. Week 4, we get you set up with my appointment generating machine. I give you the templates, you upload it, it's live. Then I show you step by step how to create winning Facebook campaigns. And then week 6, scaling to 6 figures and beyond. Guys, this is rapid. This is rapid timeline progression. And we achieve more in 6 weeks than most people do in 10 years. And I am dead serious about this. Now, on top of all of that, you also get access to a private mastermind and community of like-minded people pursuing the same goals and doing this all over the world. So I've helped a lot of people start consulting businesses, and I have a private Facebook group where everyone's in, and if you need help, you post in there. When you get a client, you post in there to celebrate, and it's turned into an amazing community, and it's only for my clients. And I give you lifetime access to this. And guys, this is priceless. People have met business partners in there, people have got clients in there, and it's so awesome to have access to a community. And I give you lifetime access to this when you join. And I also give you the ability to team up with each other as an accountability partner. So I show you the blueprint and step-by-step implementation plan to get this running, but you're going to want to team up with someone else to hold each other accountable and be like, hey, look, here's what we're going to get done today. I give you the ability to team up with someone else within this program so that you can hold each other accountable. It's completely optional. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to, but I recommend it, and I throw that in here too. And I also, unlike anyone else out there on the internet who just talks about theory, like I said, I do this, I'm still doing it, I'm a real expert at it, and I give you real life examples of everything that is done, and so that you can model off of what is currently working instead of starting from scratch. So I give you examples of how people have gone from strangers to clients. I give you recordings of my calls. I give you everything. You literally do not need anything else to start your own consulting business. So guys, in summary, here's what you get. You get the Consulting Accelerator 6-week online course. You get lifetime access to an active community / mastermind of others doing the same thing. You get real life examples of how all of this is done so that you can model off what is currently working instead of starting from scratch and learning from trial and error. You get all of this stuff today. And guys, do the math for yourself. 3+ years of failure, waste, trial and error figuring this stuff out. If you go at this alone, you're going to trip up. It's going to be constant mistakes and course correction and wasted money and wasted time. You're going to spin your tires and not gain traction. I give you the step-by-step implementation plan to get there. You could test hundreds of things to see what works and what doesn't. You can get burned by bad clients. You could continue the next 4 years charging low prices that not only humiliate you but hardly allow you to turn a profit. And then you will waste consultations with people by saying the wrong thing, and you'll literally be leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table every month. If you figure out how to get appointments with people, you're going to screw them up. And if you meet with 10 people and 5 of them could have been your client, but you didn't get any of them as a client, well, with my process, you'll be able to get them as a client. And that could be, if you're burning consultations, you're literally leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table. So it's important to get it right. So in summary, here's what you get. You get the Consulting Accelerator 6-week online course. Now, the everyday normal price for this accelerator program is $3,997. So if you wanted to purchase yesterday or any day after today, pretty much on any other day, access to the Consulting Accelerator costs a real $3,997. And then you get lifetime access to an active community / mastermind of others doing this. And the everyday normal price, if you want to join tomorrow or yesterday or any other day, the price to join this mastermind is $1,997. And you don't just get access to this for a month or 6 months or a year, you get true lifetime access. And I really mean that, and you can query this with other people. There have been people in this mastermind for about 4 years, and they have got insane value of it. It is worth every penny. And you also get real-life examples of how all of this stuff is done, so that you can model off what is currently working instead of starting from scratch and learning from years of trial and error and mistakes and constant course correction. So in summary, this is what you get. Now, if you add all of this up, the total price comes to $5,994. And like I said, if you were to purchase yesterday, tomorrow, any other day, this is the real price. You would actually pay $5,994, and many people pay this price every day. A lot of people pay upwards of $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 to work with me. People have even paid over $100,000 to work with me and learn these exact things which I've shown you in this webinar today. But I've been doing this for a while, and every single day people reach out to me via Facebook, they reach out to me via email, and they say, Sam, this price is just it's impossible for us if we're just getting started, or my business is only making 4 or 5 grand a month, and I'm investing in other things in my business, and I just can't afford this. I really want to work with you. I really want this information, but your normal prices are just out of reach, and I wish I could stretch there, but I just can't. That's a fact. And, this has really gotten to me. Over the past sort of year or 2 years, a lot of people have said this to me, and at first I didn't think anything of it, but, when you constantly get the same message again and again, it really makes you think. And it made me think back to when I first got started as a consultant, back in the garage in New Zealand. And if I saw this price, it would haunt me. This was worth more than my total combined net worth, if you added up everything I ever owned back when I started. And this price is completely not doable for me. It's not doable for people who are just starting out. And I've got a special, like I said earlier in the webinar, I've got a special place in my heart for people just starting out, or people in 9-to-5 jobs who want to quit and really make their own way in this world. And also for consultants and entrepreneurs who aren't quite making, the money to be able to afford these prices. So, like I said, a lot of people have pay these prices. They still continue to pay these prices, but I've been thinking about it, and I've really wanted to make something more affordable for everyone, so that I can really help everyone regardless of what stage they are at. But this is a one-time special offer, and I can assure you that I've never sold anything at this price point before. To get what I've showed you in this webinar, and you can ask my clients, the people who have worked with me, you can query this with them. To get the stuff which I've taught you in this program, you would typically pay upwards of $6,000 to $36,000. Some people have paid upwards of $100,000. But I want to make a special offer for you guys on this webinar, and this is a special offer for today only. So, like I said, special offer, you get the Consulting Accelerator 6-week online course, you get lifetime access to an active community / mastermind of others doing this, and this is true lifetime access, and like I said, this is invaluable. This access to this mastermind is worth more than the price of this program alone, and you can mark my word for that. You'll see exactly what I mean as soon as you join and you get access to it. You also get real life examples of how all of this is done, so you can model off what is working instead of starting from scratch and learning from trial and error. So the special price for today's webinar attendees only, $1,997 today. So you can pay one payment, $1,997 today, or you can split it up and pay 4 monthly payments of just $597. So that's one payment of $597 today, one payment in 30 days, and then every 30 days until the 4 payments are done. So you can pay up front, or we give you the option to split it up. Now guys, what is vitally important for you to think about right now is not the price, but what this actually gets you. So, like I said earlier in this webinar, this program shows you how to create your own consulting offer, which is $2,000 a month. None of my students price their stuff below $2,000 a month. I have a very strict rule on that. And so if you price your offer at $2 grand a month, and you use the system in this program to get clients, which you'll be able to get clients very quickly, your first client pays off your entire access to this program. Just one client on the first month pays for this, and then you've got access to this training pretty much for free. And then every month after that, you've still got that client's still paying you $2,000 a month. You're making a profit. So, like I said, don't think about the price, think about what this gets you. You invest this money, you get a predictable system to get clients, you get your first client, you pay off this program, and then you start making a profit. And I put an action-based money-back guarantee behind this because I believe in this 110%. This is my life's work. I've spent so much time figuring this stuff out. I am dedicated to consulting. I'm not one of those people who's doing Facebook one week, webinars the next, and doing all of these different things. I am committed to consulting and consulting only, and I have only ever focused on consulting. This program is my life's work. I've put everything into this, and I truly believe in it, and I stand behind it 110%. So if you do this program, you will get a high-value client worth at least $2,000 per month within the first 42 days of starting. And if you do this program, take the action, and do not get a high-value client worth at least $2,000 a month, then I will give you a full, immediate refund. I'll let you keep the entire course and access to the mastermind and everything. And I will cut you a personal check for $100 as my way for apologizing for wasting your time. So if you do this and you get a client, you're making profit and you've paid back your course really quickly. But if you do this program and you don't get a client, which is unlikely, then you get to keep the training, you get to keep access to the mastermind and everything, and I give you a full refund, and I even give you $100 on top as my way for apologizing. Guys, there is no possible way that you can lose here other than by not trying this out. The only way you can lose is by not giving this a go today. Because if you try this and it doesn't work, which is unlikely, you get the program, you get your money back, and you get an extra $100. And if you do this program and it works, which is most likely, then you're making profit, and your life has changed forever, and you're going to enjoy a lot of freedom and everything. Like I said, I stand behind this program 110%. It's my life's work, and that's why I'm not afraid to make this bold guarantee to you. Alright, so here we go. You can get started right now for just $1,997 today. Or you can split it up into 4 monthly payments of just $597. So that's one payment of $597 today, one payment of $597 in 30 days, and then payments of $597 every 30 days until the 4 payments are made. So you can pay right now for $19.97 and you save yourself some money. If you can join for $19.97, I recommend you do that. You'll save yourself some money. If you can't, you can split it up over the 4 monthly payments. And to get started right now, I've got the URL displaying on the screen. It's samovens.com/go, G-O. That's samovens.com/go, samovens.com/go. And guys, this is a very serious number. We only have 100 seats available in this program. So I'm not like the other people who launch these massive programs and sell like 4,000 people into it, and then they can't manage it, and their students end up not getting very good results. I like to launch my programs nice and small so that I can see what's going on in there, and so I can really work closely with my community and make sure that they get awesome results. And that is one of the reasons why I've been able to get my students such big results, is because I don't explode the programs too quickly, and I work closely with my groups to make sure they do well. So we only have 100 seats available today, and this is a very real number, and this is going to sell out extremely fast, because like I said, this is the first time I've ever sold this for this price point. Usually it's 4 or 5 times the price. Now, if you have any trouble purchasing at all, if you've got questions about joining, or if you're trying to sign up right now and you're having issues, just shoot us an email, support@samovens.com. The email is showing on the screen as well. And here's what you get again. You get the Consulting Accelerator 6-week online course. And any other day, that is going to cost you $4,000. And access to the community/mastermind. On any other day, that's going to cost you $2,000. So if you were to buy this tomorrow or any other day, you're going to pay a full $6,000 for this program, and there are no split payment options. So if you want to join tomorrow or the next day or in a week, it's a full $6,000 and there's no split pay option. But for today only, it's $19.97 or 4 monthly payments of $5.97. And you get the Consulting Accelerator 6-week online course, access to the mastermind, you get the ability to team up with an accountability partner to hold you accountable, make sure you implement this stuff and get big results, and you're 100% protected and safe with our money-back guarantee. So if you buy this program, you go through the training and you don't get a client, then you get a full refund, you get to keep access to the training, you get to keep access to the mastermind, and you get a check from me for $100 just for apologizing for wasting your time. So the only way you can possibly lose here today is by not trying this out. And like I said, this is a $6,000 value and one-time special offer for $19.97. So what I want to do right now is answer some questions. So if you have any questions, just write your questions in that questions box to the right-hand side, and I'm going to start scrolling through the questions now and answering them. So Nick says, can I do this program from anywhere and when I want? Yes, Nick, you can. It doesn't matter where in the world you are. You can log into this training program from anywhere. You can do it in your own time. It's totally up to you. There's no hard dates. You know, there's nothing live. It's all recorded. You've got total freedom to do that. So Casey says, can I fit this program in around my 9-to-5 job? Awesome question, Casey. Absolutely. If you have a 9-to-5 job, or if you have a business or time commitments or whatever, you can still fit this training in around that. You're looking at about a 3-hour time investment per week to get this thing going. So it doesn't matter if you've got a job or time commitments, you can fit this in and you can get it done. So Jessica is saying, I don't know what niche to go with. Good question, Jessica. So, you know, this training, we've gone through everything pretty rapidly, and I don't expect you to figure out what your niche is just within the short time frame we've been doing this. It can take a little bit of work, but, you know, I would recommend trying it, but most people who start my program have absolutely no idea what their niche is and what they're going to offer. I would say 98% of the people who work with me come to me with no idea about their niche and no idea about their offer. So you do not need to know what your niche is or anything before working with me. And I help you figure that stuff out in this program. Like I said, within this first 7 days, we really dial in what your niche is. So Raymond's saying, I want to join. How does the split payment work? All right, good question. So if you want to split it up over 4 months,